I don't remember if it was in the last episode or the one before where I complained that it was like November 11th and the Halloween music was still playing, but I've launched the game today and the Halloween music is gone. So clearly someone was obviously listening in. I don't know how I feel about that, but apparently someone was listening in. Anyway, what I want to do today is, frankly, I want to upgrade 10 machines and I want to cure 20 patients in the DNA lab. I also want to see the yearly review to see how we're doing, which is okay. It's acceptable. We got half of them. I'll take that. And then we've got some training being wanted here. So let's train you in research 2. And I don't know who my other researcher was actually. So let me take a little bit of a look at that. Who have we got in here? So we have Isla Fast and we have Ellie Poodle. And I don't think Ellie, so you're actually ready for research 3, which is kind of fantastic. So let's train you up in research 2. We'll have Ellie be the one to do that. We'll get that done. And then what else have we got? So you want trained, that's not going to be right now. You want me to cure 10 patients? Sure. We've got a circus incident as well. We'll deal with that. And we need a deluxe clinic. Okay. So here's what we'll do. We'll get that patient to wait. And let's go ahead and buy another chunk of hospital. And I'm kind of looking at this one here and thinking it would be pretty decent because we got, you know, well, actually there's no doors at that end or that end. So we actually have a lot of space to play with here, which is absolutely fantastic. So what I think we do is we go right in and we get ourselves a, where's the deluxe clinic? Right there. Now this can be 3x3, which is absolutely lovely. But it doesn't really fit nicely up there. So we'll go for down here. And I don't really know what way to do the door on this either. I'm guessing here is maybe the best spot for it. I don't know. I don't know. We'll go for there for now. We can move it around later on. We'll just do this. We'll get the control thing sort of, I guess, there. And in terms of decorations and all that, we'll just go simple with a nice large radiator, a nice sort of plant by the door. And of course, we're going to want to get a bit of a fire extinguisher as well, just to make sure the room's nice and safe. We'll get that up and running in a minute though, because I want to make sure that we have as much as possible going on here. So we could get chromotherapy as well. We could get an injection room and pest control as well. Now, pest control has to be 4x4. The injection room can be 3x3. So let's do an injection room here. We'll put this thing sort of right in the middle, and we'll do exactly the same thing with it. We'll get a nice radiator. We'll get a nice plant in that corner. We'll get a nice fire extinguisher by the door, and we can throw some hand sanitizer in there and potentially in here as well. Yeah, absolutely. So that's fine. We'll sell this thing, and then right in the middle of that, let's... Well, we could go chromotherapy 4x3 right in the middle there, which would be kind of cool. We could do pest control right in the middle as well. But what I'm thinking is actually just copying the DNA lab right into the middle. And I think that's a pretty good spot for it. And then if we flip it, we actually, well, we could get 2 of them in there quite comfortably. So let's do that. Let's place one right there. And in terms of hiring, well, that's going to be slightly tricky. We don't have any doctors that can actually run the thing right now. Okay, we'll deal with that in a minute. I want to build more things here. I think this looks fine for this area. A bunch of plants, some things to stop people getting bored, some food, some drink, and plenty of benches. But we are going to need more doctors as well. So what I'm thinking we do, and I'm not super keen on doing this, but I think we might have to get Dr. Lost and Dr. Carpet right there and get them going. In fact, I think we might want another training room. So let's go and copy this one. And we'll just throw it up into this corner right about here. And we'll go ahead and scrap that wreckage. And then what we can do is... Oh, radiology. We don't have that much money, but a doctor that can do radiology wouldn't be a bad thing. In fact, you know what? Actually, going for Dr. Guff right there. So the reason I want this guy is because he's got treatment. These two both have treatment, so it's plus 10% treatment skill in the DNA lab. So I feel like that's going to be kind of useful. So I'm going to put you there. I'm going to put you there. And I want to go to both of you and make sure. So it was Lost and it was Carpet. So basically both of them are going to be set to do absolutely nothing. And then once they both get trained in whatever it's called, genetics. So what is that? It's lost and carpet. And we'll have you trained by, I guess, green side right there. We'll have you trained up and then they can go work in the other DNA labs. And that'll be absolutely beautiful. In fact, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea either to grab another staff room right here. We'll flip it around, put it right about there. And then just move the door, I think, is what we're going to do on this. So move the door to that spot and confirm. And then we can grab a bathroom and sort of put it down there as well. So we'll grab this one. We'll copy you. And why do we want to do this? I guess we could... So if we do that and make it a little bit bigger, I can move the toilets themselves over a bit and we can get one more. Well, if I move the radiator, we can get one more. So one more right about there. Why can't it go? Oh, the door's in the way. Okay, so scrap you, scrap the door, get a cubicle right there, and then put you, doesn't really matter where at the minute, and the door can go there. So that's fine. I guess we move the sink up a little bit. I guess we move the fire extinguisher to about there. And for the dryers, we might, well, we can get one. We can get two. It's a bit weird looking, isn't it? It's a bit of a weird looking bathroom, but it'll do. It fills up the space, and that's kind of just what I want it to do, so that works out. And good lord, money's getting a little bit low. Oh boy. Pest control required. We'll send you home. We don't really have the money to build that right now, so we'll definitely be sending you home. Okay, one of the doctors has learned genetics, and the other one should be done as well, which they absolutely are. So both of them should be heading down to deal with these two clinics, which is absolutely lovely. So hopefully we're going to see a good number of people getting cured in the DNA lab in hopefully no time at all. I mean, we have 3 of them after all, so it shouldn't really be a massive problem. Pretty substantial queue outside of the old heart racer there, though, which is not exactly ideal. What do you want me to do? Cure 10 patients. We did it. Okay. I guess we get another heart racer. And, I mean, we can sort of, well, we can slap it right about there, but I don't know how I feel about that. We can go right about here with it, which is maybe a bit weird given that it sort of cuts off that corridor a bit, but I feel like I would want 2 of these up here, so that's kind of what I'm going to do. Although it does look a bit stupid. It does look a bit stupid having them up there. So maybe, I mean, we have 51,000. How much is it for this new chunk of hospital? You know what? We'll confirm them for now. How much for this? 40,000? I don't know. I might try and move all of my diagnosis stuff in there, which is pretty far away from reception, but we could move like the GPs in there. We can move all the diagnosis in there. It means that this chunk over here could be turned into something else. I mean, there's a pharmacy down there as well, but regardless, it would be kind of interesting, I think, to change that all up a little bit, but whatever. Let's see what we got here. So we'll go for you and we'll set you, let's see here, jobs. You are going to be working in pretty much exclusively the cardiology. Yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do you. So you're going to be working cardiology, and in terms of other nurses, I guess we go with Layla Chinwag as well. And we set you up to be working pretty much exclusively cardiology as well. So that should be fine. That will give people the opportunity to go all the way over there for their cardiology tests or whatever it is we're doing. And I'm sure they're going to love it, right? I'm sure they're absolutely going to love having to cross the entire length of the hospital to go to cardiology. I guess that's part of the test. I guess that's how we can sort of spin it, you know? You had to cross the hospital to get here. Congratulations, you've passed the first part of the test. Oh, we're starting to see a bit of a queue outside the GP's offices. That's actually a little bit worrying. There was also briefly a queue outside of the ward as well, so we might want to do something about that. Now, speaking of doing things, I have also gone ahead and marked a bunch of machines to be upgraded. So if we have a look at it, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them, which means we're going to need to mark one more for upgrade, and that'll be the challenge done. So we'll go ahead and upgrade the dehumidifier again, and that should be us sorted nicely in that regard. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy this chunk of hospital, and we're going to build a new ward up in here because it does seem like we need one. Now, I feel like I could get away with this. I really feel like I could get away with this. Just a little ward right there, and I want to see if I'm right. So we'll do this. We can do, well, we can't do changing there, but we can do changing sort of right there. And I'm thinking a second nurse's station is probably worth having. So we'll go ahead and put it sort of by the door there. So you kind of come in between the desks, and that's fine. Then in terms of beds, I want to see if I can do, so I can't have them facing each other, but I can have them sort of alternating, I think. And I'm pretty sure that doesn't block anything. And annoyingly, that's only 5 beds. Huh. I was kind of confident it was going to be so much more than that, but no, it's 5 beds. Okay. I guess 5 beds is okay. It's not the end of the world, right? We can do a little bit of decoration in here. We can get them some bedside tables, something like that. We can't do one there, but we can go like, I guess this, and we'll put one sort of down in that corner as almost a spare. As for wall monitors, I mean, these things are a little expensive, but they do make the ward better. So having them above the bed seems like a pretty good idea. We can do, well, we can't do a filing cabinet there, but we probably can get one in there. Can I get a second one? No. Okay. Can I get a fire extinguisher? No, although something is on, the Easy Scan 3 is on fire. Okay. Well, we'll deal with that in just a second. In terms of radiators, we'll just go for a nice big radiator down there. And can I get a small radiator in there? I absolutely can. Okay. That looks fine. That seems like a good little ward. That seems like it kind of does the job, does what we need it to do. We got some hand sanitizer, so we'll approve that. And I guess this space here could probably be, it could probably be a pretty big bathroom or something. So if I go to toilets and I say, you know, that, it's fairly substantial, but I think, you know, it does the job, which is kind of what you want it to do. You don't want a bathroom that doesn't do the job, whatever the job may be. That would be a disaster. I don't know how it wouldn't do the job, because really, if you're determined enough, any room is a bathroom. Well, any room is a toilet. If you're, you know, determined enough, or desperate enough, I guess. Oh man, this is out of all the things I've ever talked about on this channel, that's up there. That is up there as potentially one of the all-time greats. Oh god, any room's a toilet if you're brave enough. Oh god. All right, we'll approve that, and we'll go ahead, put some benches outside here, and that should be fine. You know, I don't know if anyone else finds any of the things I say funny, but I sure do. So that's what counts, right? That's what's important. There we go. Everything's up and running, and something was on fire. What was it? Easy Scan 3. So isn't that this thing? How did that catch fire? I'm not even mad. I'm actually slightly impressed that that caught fire. I've got to be honest. Now let's see. You can do mechanics, which is upgrading skill. You can do maintenance. So let's get Lloyd Sandwich right there and see if we can't maybe keep things getting upgraded. You want trained in, I guess, diagnostics 2 is what we'll go for there. We'll have a guest come in to do it, and we'll have you go for it. So that'll be a bunch of you getting trained. The GP's offices are seriously getting queues right now, though, so we probably do want to do something about that. So let's clear that out. Let's clear that out. And let's figure out what I could do for GP's offices, because we still have 2 chunks of hospital that we can get our hands on, which is good. That's a very good thing. I'm slightly tempted by this one, because I could get GP's offices either side of that square. But we have all of this space up here to play with, so I feel like using this space up here is probably the smarter option. Although we have this space down, I could just make a really small corridor. in here. That's a legit option, it feels like. So if I put the vending machines there, and then I go to a GP's office, which has a massive queue right now. Oh my God. I can basically do this, right? Yeah, I mean, it's a tiny, tiny little corridor, and yeah, that might not be ideal, but I feel like it's a valid strategy. I feel like this space is just going to sit awkwardly empty forever unless I do this. And it does fill the space up quite nicely, to be fair. So I kind of feel like this is what we're doing. We're going with this weird sort of layout for the GP's offices. And we'll go ahead and get a nice large radiator. Oh, we have radiators in there. Okay. Well, that's fine. At the very least, we can go ahead and do a nice plant right about there. And we could do, I don't know, we got some bins in here. We got the toxic waste bins. We'll go ahead and put one there and one there. And maybe on that corner as well. So that seems fine. It's a bit cramped, but honestly, I'm okay with that. And in terms of doctors, we have Elvish Biggles. Good old Elvish Biggles. What a lad. What a lad. Gonna be a GP right there. We've got Blake Trellis. I really should get my hands on radiology. And we did have a demand for psychiatry as well, so we really should get all of those things, to be brutally honest. We really, really should. But more so than anything, I'm just curious to see how this corridor holds up with just everything in there. Now, let's see. You want trained. You are... I feel like I should train my janitors, to be honest. In, like, ghost capture or something like that, because we do kill a lot of people. We really do. So what if I, like, mark... I don't know, you 3 for training, and we'll have you do it. Then in terms of training you, not now and not now. DNA emergency, 5 patients with the flumps. Sure. Special report. Yeah. Pest control, go home. Research complete. Yeah. Psychiatry, go home. Psychiatry, go home. Okay. So that's fine. Good news is we've managed to upgrade 9 out of 10 machines. We've cured 8 out of 20 people in the DNA lab. So let's... I mean, what else can I upgrade right now? This thing can't go to level 3 yet. The Deluxe can, though. So let's get that done. And you know what? We'll get the Jab Master 2. That doesn't seem like a bad idea either. And we really need more janitors. I know 3 of them are in training. Well, 4 of them. 1 of them's doing the teaching, but regardless, we really need more janitors. I feel like at this point, we really do need to get pest control going. So let's actually train some staff first. Let's go for General Practice 2. Since that seems like it would be a pretty good setup. We'll have Naughty Sandals go and deal with that. And then we'll have the, I guess, the pest control and psychiatry patients sit around a little bit, because we should be able to get both of those things. Now, pest control is a minimum 4x4 room, so we can get 1 there, and that's kind of it for that space. Now, can I get 2 over this way? I absolutely can. So we're probably going to go with 2 of them. I don't think we need 2 of them. I've got to be honest. I just don't think we absolutely do need 2 of these things, but I think despite the fact the room could be considerably smaller, and yes, I'm going to say that every single time I place this thing because it annoys me every single time, we'll build 2 of them. Because we do get a good number of people coming in with pest control, and if we really need to, we can open up some marketing and we can have more of them come in, which I'm sure will keep them, you know, happy that we're able to deal with them. So I think that's pretty much going to be the plan. We'll get some sanitizer and a fire extinguisher, and we'll approve it. It was 20,000 for that, so we'll copy it. We'll put it there, and what we'll do is just move the door to be that spot, move the plant to be that spot, and that'll be fine. So that's going to be 2 pest control things. And then I guess psychiatry. Now, annoyingly, wherever I place this, it's going to stick out into a corridor, and I'm not a huge fan of that. But I think getting some psychiatry in here is probably for the best. At least I think. I mean, I could put it over here and we could have a tiny little, well, Hold on, so if I put it there, I could put a door there and another door over this way. And it would give us a tiny little corridor through there, but it would probably use the space pretty well. I don't know if I want to do that. Let's just do this. Let's place the door, I guess, right about there, and I guess that's probably good enough. So we'll put that in the corner. We'll put the chair right about, I guess, there seems okay, and we can do like a bookcase at the back. And do I have enough points to get a what do you call it, a fireplace? I do, absolutely. Give me a fireplace. That's going to look kind of interesting. In fact, can I put the fireplace like, yeah, right there. I kind of like that. I do kind of like that. I can also get a diagnostic bookcase, and I can get a lamp. Absolutely. Oh my God, I love it. Now the lamp going right there is going to block some things, annoyingly, but I can sort of put it back there, I think. I don't know if it's actually going to let me. I don't think it will. Okay, what about here for the lamp? And then diagnostic bookcase over beside the fireplace. That seems okay. I kind of like that. We can maybe go and throw a gramophone somewhere as well. So gramophone right about there, and then just a room divider of some sort to, you know, make it so that someone doesn't open the door and immediately see, you know, everything in the room. So we'll go for, I want to say there for the divider, because I feel like that kind of makes sense, right? You open the door, you just see the divider. Yeah, that looks fine. I like that a lot. It's kind of a nice looking room. We'll just go ahead and copy it. We'll slap it right about, I guess, there. And as annoying as it is that it juts out into that corridor, I think that's okay. And just like that, everything is up and running. We've actually got this doctor right here, Lola Quibble, heading for some psychiatry training, which is, I think, going to be run by Dr. Barbara Curves. Not 100% sure on that. I might have called in someone to do it instead. But either way, that's going to be psychiatry up and running, which, sir? Right. You know, I respect it. Okay, bud. Sure. Yeah, okay.